Here's exactly how I made over $8,497 with digital products, guys, in less than a month. And today I'm going to be breaking down exactly how I did it by using my OSS strategy. Okay, so the truth is most people really overcomplicate just making money with digital products in general, right? And at this point, I'm tired of people not seeing the results that they can easily achieve. So today I'm just going to be walking you guys through something that completely not only just changed my business, but has also helped my clients get results just like this. Okay, so I'm going to be showing you guys exactly how my clients go from feeling stuck, overwhelmed, and just confused to generating thousands of dollars with digital products, especially as beginners. Okay, so even more important, guys, I'm going to be explaining to you why most people fail when they try to just start selling digital products and what you guys need to focus on and do if you actually want to make this business model work in 2025. Okay, this is really going to be the same exact process that I personally followed to make my first $10,000 with digital products, and it's going to work for you regardless if you have a big audience, you have a bunch of followers, you don't have a bunch of followers, you don't have a ton of experience, regardless of whatever you're in or whatever current situation you're in. If you're somebody who wants to start making real money with digital products, pay attention to this, guys, because I promise you it's going to simplify everything. So let's go ahead and get into why most people fail, or why most digital products creators fail in the first place, right? And I want you guys to understand it's not because they don't work hard. It's not because their product isn't good. It's not because they don't have that work ethic, right? Or because they're not posting enough. The real problem is they're doing way too much at once. So with our program, right, whenever we get new clients, I see that they're always having the same problem. They're posting 3 or 4 different offers. They have a $20 ebook, a $97 course, a $200 coaching program, a high ticket mentorship, a random membership. And the thing is, they have all these different products, but none of them are really selling, right? So they're also trying to focus on talking to like 5 different types of people at the same time within their content. They're focusing on coaches, stay-at-home moms, people who are looking to get into side hustles, entrepreneurs, freelancers, just all of these people in one batch of content, right? Or they also hear they're strategy hoppers, right? So they're hearing about a new strategy on YouTube or TikTok, or they're scrolling through Instagram Reels and they see this brand new thing that somebody claims is getting them so much results, and they immediately just try to change everything about what they're currently doing in their business, right? Or one day they're doing webinars, the next week they're doing low ticket offers, the week after that they're testing out challenges, they're putting out principles, whatever the case may be. And then ultimately, guys, it becomes this constant cycle of just trying, tweaking, and just hoping that something is finally going to click for them, right? And from there, they just get burnt out, okay? They just get so exhausted from trying to do too many things all at one time. And the issue is, guys, most people don't have a sales problem. That's the fact of the matter. Most people have a focus problem. I like to call it business ADHD, okay? And that's fine. We all have it, especially when you're first getting into business. It's that part of you that's always looking at shiny, that brand new shiny thing, right? That part of you that always wants to start doing something different. And the first step of overcoming this is just admitting that you have a problem, okay? And then from there, you can seek help, and that's exactly where my business and my program comes in, okay? So in my business, we focus on helping 2 very, very specific types of people. So so first and foremost are the complete beginners, right? So these are the people who know that they want to start selling digital products. They're just starting out, but they kind of feel completely lost. They don't know exactly what type of product they want to create, or even what to post on social media, right? And at this point, they're just basically overwhelmed with all the information that they're seeing every single day as they're scrolling online, right? They feel like they've been learning for months, but they still haven't made a single dollar yet, okay? We also help the stuck creator, okay? So this is going to be somebody who definitely has tried selling digital products before, but or they may have gotten a few sales here and there, but nothing's really been consistent for them. They might have bought multiple courses, tried out multiple strategies, but they're still not exactly at the point where they know they could be, right? So if you feel like you're doing all the right things, you're posting the right things, but for some reason sales still aren't coming in, regardless of whatever the case may be, if you fall into one of these 2 groups, this video is made for you. So now, before we do dive into just the actual strategy that I'm going to be covering in this video, I want to make sure that this video is applying to you, okay? So this video is going to be for you if you want to start selling digital products, but you don't really have a clear idea on where to start. You feel like you've been posting or just posting randomly, but you haven't been seeing the results that you want. You start You've been seeing maybe some progress, but now you do want a simple strategy that can actually bring in sales without you needing a massive audience or having all the time in the world. And at this point, you're just tired of overcomplicating everything and you just want something that works. Okay, so if any of that sounds like you, let's go ahead and dive straight into it. And before we get into strategy, guys, I want you to understand that I wasn't always teaching this. I didn't always know exactly what I was doing with digital products. And at one point, I was at where most of you guys currently are. So my journey, I've pretty much just went through all the phases. I've been lost. I've been confused. I've been doing so much work and just feeling like I was on a hamster wheel. And at the end of all that, guys, I just realized that at that point I was just doing a lot, but I wasn't really building anything that could truly scale. So when I first got started, guys, I launched multiple failed communities. I went through the phase of just spending tons of money on ads just to get the wrong audience in total. And it really flopped my product launch, right? My courses were all over the place. My products were all over the place. My messaging was all over the place. And at this point, I was working nonstop with pretty much nothing to show for it. I was completely broke. My accounts were negative all the time, and I didn't really know exactly what to do next. And I just wish that, it was really just my products and my sales system that was off, right? But it was my content too, right? So when I was really starting to put out content, I really couldn't pay anybody to even interact with anything that I was putting out, as you guys can see right here, right? At this point, I was doing so much. I was putting out content all the time. I was trying out these different strategies, these different methods that I kept seeing online, but nothing was really working for me, okay? So at this point, my entire system's just messed up. I'm trying to create new products every couple weeks. I kept switching on who I was trying to focus on because I had so many people in my audience. I didn't really know exactly who I was trying to serve. I was watching all these YouTube videos, buying all these courses, scrolling on social media, and just chasing the shiny new thing every time something just popped up. And eventually, guys, it just got to the point where I was working harder than ever on both my business and my social media, but it just felt like I couldn't grow. Like my business was pretty much unscalable, right? And I was frustrated because I was seeing that digital products was working for everybody else, but I couldn't really figure out exactly how to start getting consistent sales. Okay, so from there, I pretty much realized the problem wasn't how hard I was working. It was that my strategy was literally all over the place. I was switching things every other day at some points, right? I literally had no plan, no purpose at all. And that's exactly when I started shifting to OSS. And once I made this switch, guys, literally everything changed for me, okay? So right now, just like we mentioned, this is the OSS strategy, okay? So OSS stands for one product, it stands for one audience, and it stands for one strategy. So let me go ahead and just break this down really, really quick with you guys, starting out with one product, okay? So at first, like you guys saw before, I was putting out so many different products, okay? But when I realized that I was doing too much, I stopped trying to build out all these different products, like 5 different products, and I started focusing on just creating one specific problem that solved a direct problem for my audience, okay? This wasn't some massive 10-module course. This wasn't some 100-page ebook. This wasn't the craziest guide in the world. This was just one simple product that solved one simple problem for my audience. And at this point, I focused on going from just trying to attract everybody to helping digital marketers or people who were selling digital products and couldn't get the sales that they want. And the really cool thing about just having one offer or one product to promote is that it allows you to go so much deeper in your content, and just because you understand exactly who you're trying to serve. Your audience understands exactly how you can help them based on the product that you have. Okay, so the next thing that I focused on was one audience. And this is probably where most people do mess up, because the truth is a lot of people don't understand that you can't create content for everybody. Okay, if you create content for everybody, you're really going to be creating content for nobody. The more specific that you get on who your product is for, what it solves, what it does, how it can help them go from A to B in their personal life, or help them solve a specific problem, the easier sales just become for you to get. Okay, so when I was in the process of just making my first $10,000 with digital products, I got extremely clear on just who I was trying to serve. I wasn't targeting everybody who wanted to make money like I was doing before. I wasn't targeting people who want to start making money with social media. I was targeting beginners or people who want to start scaling their digital products business but had no idea where to start. And once I locked in on that, guys, once I locked in on just understanding exactly who that audience was on my content, my messaging, and my offers, it just became so much easier to just create and promote, and my sales started actually coming in the way that I wanted them to, okay? The last thing that I focused on was one strategy, okay? And this one was actually a complete game changer for me because I stopped trying to be on every platform. I see a lot of people just thinking that you have to be on every single platform and you have to be viral on every single platform. And that doesn't make sense. If you're already strong on one platform, or if you already have an active and engaged audience on what platform, that's where you're going to want to double down on, okay? And for me, that platform was short form content on Instagram, okay? For you, it might be TikTok. For you, it might be YouTube Shorts. For you, it might be something else. But you want to just figure out exactly which platform you have the most engaged audience on and the most engagement on, and just double down on that. So I stopped worrying about trying to be the most viral person on TikTok. I stopped focusing on trying to be the most viral person on YouTube, but instead of just creating complicated funnels and just wasting time on different platforms, for lack of better terms, I focus on just putting out daily reels, daily high quality value reels to my audience. I use Instagram stories to build relationships with my audience as well, and I focus on closing sales in the DMs with an already engaged audience. And from there, once I had that system locked in, or that strategy locked in, I just focus on just repeating the same process every single day, okay? Because the truth is, when you guys do remove the noise and you just start narrowing your focus on just one main thing, that's when the momentum starts building really, really fast for you. So now that I basically just went over on exactly how I implemented this to get to my first $10,000 month, or make over $8,000 just this month, and this month isn't even over yet with digital products, right? Let me go ahead and give you two really, really quick examples how this same strategy has been working for my clients. So let's go ahead and talk about Mia, okay? So when Mia first approached us and she wanted to join our program, she was basically doing what most beginners do when they first get started with digital products, right? She was trying to create multiple products. She was trying to promote multiple products, talking to multiple audiences, and just posting a little bit of everything. She didn't really have a strategy. Her niche was a little bit all over the place, and ultimately she was just lost. She was just doing things just for the sake of doing them. But if you do want to start growing in business, you have to become way more intentional with every single thing that you do. So after just talking to her, sitting down and figuring out exactly who she was trying to talk to, what product she was trying to promote, and what strategy she was actually going to use to actually push this product, we were able to just apply the simple OSS strategy, and we were able to simplify her product, and we got crystal clear on exactly who she was speaking to. And we were able to build out a simple system where she put out daily content and a DM sales process to make this entire process easy for you, okay? So when she first got started with us, even when her process was a little bit shaky, she was still able to earn $900 in sales. But after we just simplified everything and she went through the complete OSS process, she was able to make over $4,000 in a very, very short time period after just cleaning up her entire strategy, okay? And it's not complicated, guys. It's not rocket science. Trust me, if Mia could do it and she was able to turn around her business extremely fast, you guys could do it too, okay? Let's go ahead and talk about somebody else, which is Lorraine, okay? And Lorraine, a really, really cool thing about her, she was already making money with digital products, okay? Even without having a locked in strategy, without knowing exactly who her audience was, and not really focusing on one specific product, right? But the issue with Lorraine was that she didn't just want to stay at the current level of digital products where she was at. She wanted to blow past that. She wanted to scale her business entirely, right? When she first came to us, she was just tired of scaling, launching her new digital products constantly, okay? She was exhausted from starting over every 2 weeks and having inconsistent sales and not really knowing exactly when her next sale was gonna come in, okay? So after we just sat down with her, we helped her focus on just one digital product that worked the best for her audience. We cleaned up her offer, we locked in her audience, and we just implemented one simple daily content system. She was able to make over $1,300 in less than 2 weeks of working with us. But most importantly, guys, she finally developed a system that she could continue to rely on like consistently, okay? Week after week, month after month, day after day, okay? Now, I want you guys to understand exactly why this strategy works, okay? The reason why OSS works so well is because simplicity creates consistency, okay? The most successful people in the world aren't the ones who are having the most complicated system, okay? The most successful people in the world are those people who are able to make complicated systems become simple. And that's exactly what you want to do in your business as well. When you have one offer, guys, you never have to be confused on what you're selling or what to post, because everything is just made from the lens of just that one offer, okay? Specificity, or just getting really simple and narrowing down on things, creates buyers, because people know exactly what you have to offer, so you never have to question why they're there. When you have all these different products, 30 different products, 10 different products, 20 different products, you're constantly questioning why somebody's even watching or looking at your content in the first place, or why they're on your page. You don't know what product that they want from you, okay? So when you're able to just focus on that, it not only helps you gain buyers, it also specifies your audience as well, okay? So when you're able to have a specific product or just focus on one product, it narrows your audience. So this allows you to talk to your audience directly in a way that feels like you're speaking about their exact situation, okay? And naturally just builds trust with them, and it just makes them want to buy more products for you. That's the fact of the matter. People don't buy from you because you have the most followers in the world, or you have the most. Although statistics do help in just building credibility, they don't necessarily buy from you because of that. People buy from you or purchase something for you or pay attention to you because they trust you, okay? That trust is just built off your audience feeling like you understand them, okay? And that understanding is built from you constantly repeating and putting out content that makes them feel understood and targets their pain points, okay? That repetition is going to build momentum. And by sticking to that, through one content strategy, it just allows your content to just compound and build an audience that knows, likes, and trusts you and wants to buy a product from you. So instead of just hoping for all these different viral videos or just praying that somebody just catches wind of your offer and just doing hope marketing, right? That's what we like to call it inside of my program, hope marketing, just hoping and praying that you do something that potentially leads to a sale, right? You can get rid of all of that just by using OSS, and you can create a steady flow of sales with a system that works for you instead of against you. I really just want you guys to understand that the only thing that you do need to be successful, the only system that you need to be successful is OSS. And that's just focusing on one product, like you guys see here, just choosing one digital offer. I don't care what it is. Maybe you have a guide, maybe you're a coach, maybe you help people lose weight. Just focusing on one product that solves a specific problem for your audience, okay? Then from there, just define your one audience. Get crystal clear on exactly who needs your solution most. You don't have to please everybody. I do know some people come from people-pleasing backgrounds, and that's perfectly fine, but you don't want to focus on everybody. You want to, you're doing the people who you can actually help a huge disservice by trying to focus on everybody. Once you define your one audience and you get crystal clear on exactly who they are, it becomes way easier for you, and you can actually help way more people. You want to focus on helping as many people as you can that actually need your solution, okay? Once you have those two zeroed in, you could just commit to just focusing on one strategy, okay? And this is just where you just implement a consistent approach to content, whether it be a specific content strategy. Me personally, I focus on just putting out high value reels to my Instagram audience, making sure that you're always using a specific call to action, and putting out sales content that really appeals to your audience, okay? So you want to make sure that you don't have to do or apply all these different strategies to start seeing success, okay? This is really exactly, by applying this, guys, this is exactly how I made my first $10,000, and I was able to make over $8,000 just this month from just applying and focusing on these parts on this strategy, okay? Just one product, one audience, and one strategy, all right? And this is exactly how I've helped my clients just build real consistent incomes online as well. So if you're watching this and you're tired of just chasing every strategy under the sun, or you're tired of just launching every 2 weeks, or you're tired of just doing all this work but not getting any return for it, this is really going to be your answer. Chances are, if you could just go back and reflect, you probably went wrong at one of these areas, right? You probably didn't have one product. You probably were promoting 10 and you just burnt yourself out. You didn't have one audience. You were trying to talk to everybody instead of talking to one specific group of people or one specific person, and you didn't even commit to one strategy, okay? You're probably just trying to post on all these different platforms and never really gave yourself the time to just focus on one and apply a content strategy that actually would work and help you get the sales that you're looking for. And it doesn't have to be like that, guys. It doesn't have to be like that. This is your way out. This is your golden rule. This is your golden ticket to actually getting the results that you want, okay? This is your answer, okay? And if you guys do want any help just applying this directly to your business, or if you do want to get started with digital products and start making sales with digital products as well, you can apply. We do have a link below in the description, and you can apply with that link. If you guys do get accepted, me and my team will personally just work with you and give you a completely done for you digital product and a done for you strategy to help you start getting the sales that you do want. If you are interested in that, go ahead and click the link in the description. We'll go ahead and check to see if you're a proper fit for us. And if you are, we'll reach out and we'll help you start getting started with making sales with digital products as well. But if you guys did get any value from this, don't forget to hit that like button. Make sure to hit subscribe and share this with somebody who does need to hear it, somebody who does want to start getting sales with digital products. But with that being said, guys, I do appreciate every single one of you guys just watching this video. Stay tuned for the next video. I'll talk to you guys soon.